Hey, what's going on, everyone, and welcome to the Deceptilab. And this your boy Freeze with the weekly live stream. And today we are gonna take another look at the endurance bots. So that's gonna be for us on the con side, Scylla and Ariel on the Autobot side. So we'll take a good look, try to see if we can put together, see how they fit on the teams. I know me personally, I'm going for the 4-star this go around. Good luck to everyone that's going for the 5. But hey, let me know in the chat what your plans are this week. Are you going for the 4-star, 5-star? Not interested this go around. Let me know in the chat. We also it's a combo, and it's actually I didn't realize this combo was around, but I was talking in my family chat earlier this week, and there's one between two bots that are in batch 12 that actually seems like it works really well, and I didn't play around with it much, so we can actually test that tonight on stream. And I kind of just wanted to talk about the state of the game as a whole right now, just because I've been talking to Space Ape a little bit today, and it seemed like it's some really good ideas that are going to be happening going forward. So I can't tell everything, but we can talk a little bit about how to get the game back on track. Obviously, last week I was a little frustrated with the game, and then this is the first time in a couple of weeks that I actually started feeling good about the game again after we had a conversation and playtest today, so we'll talk about that. But before we get into any of that, let's go ahead and go into the newsletter. And this week's event is called Point of No Return. I actually realized I went on here earlier, and there's like a little template that I use when I go to design the YouTube, and I realized I had the wrong name up there. I had to actually change it. So like my thumbnails on Discord are like completely wrong, but it still will lead you up here to this event. So to this live stream, so it's cool. But anyway, it's week 8 of the saga, obviously endurance event time. This is 15th season. And as always, 3.5 million point event to complete. That will give you new 5-star version of the bot. 1.5, that'll get you to 4-star. As always, good prizes. I like how they set this one up because you're gonna have a good amount of 5-star shards, spark and combiner spark, and then you're gonna get total shard and total spark crystals down there at the tail end. Throughout, but then you get the at the end. So if you keep pushing on a little bit more past that 1.5, it's got a lot of good prizes out there for you. So I'm looking forward to that. Typical battle zones. And so just in here talking about the ability a little bit, the death kiss. And honestly, guys, like I really considered going for the 5-star on this one. It's one of those weeks for me. Like we got a lot of stuff going on at work and everything like that, and to be honest, I'm just not going to put the kind of time in this go around. But I'll be saving my shards for when this one comes into batches later on, because to be honest, it's a really good bot. You can see there the stats they put up there for Ariel, and just good health, good ability that works with any type of team. I really like it. All right, the play testers put their thoughts in there. And I think for the most part, testing for this one went really easy overall. I mean, I think most people were pretty impressed with the bot. All right, so this week with the update, the Thursday update is going to have Brawn and Full Tilt's ability 11, and so it's just going to add some range. So, because man, honestly, that bot really needs it. Just so you can use this ability, which is a really, really good ability, with a decent cost. So even though it's combo dependent. So, and I actually went up here earlier today, but Transformers Earth War started a Reddit today, and they're doing a giveaway. So they're giving away, I believe it's 500, 500 5-star shards. And there's going to be 3 winners for that. So if you go on to their brand new Reddit page, and there's like a welcome like a welcome post, and you go in there, you put in your information, and you get to go into the drawing for the 5-star shards. So if you haven't already, make sure you go and do that. The link is actually in the newsletter. And I was actually kind of surprised yesterday because the apes they changed Discord, so now there's basically two different ones that you can go into. So there's like what they call a prime side, and that's supposed to be the more heavily moderated, and honestly it's a little bit more serious in there kind of chat. I actually joined that one because Cybertron, and usually it's like a lot of complaining and stuff in there, and it's just like a lot of just joking around, which is cool. But I'm not a huge social media guy, man. I just go in there, try to get information about the game and stuff most of the time. Every now and again I go in there just to chat, but it is what it is. So yeah, so they split that up, and we'll see how it goes. As always, check out all your content creators: Engineer Horse, myself, Soldier, Sunstreaker, Waza. And you got a few really, really good unofficial content creators out there. My moderator, Mercenary Terror, is out there making really good videos, and a few other folks I see out there that are just really making videos. And the content creator community is starting to thin out a little bit. At one point I know it was like a bunch of unofficial creators up there, and it's just not the case anymore. So hopefully we can get more content out there from different people and keep the game exciting and fun. All right, community quarter, got some cool artwork there. Autobot Jazz made a drawing Lyle Kaiser in there. It's pretty good. Skyfight 3 in there with a pretty decent collection of toys in there. That's what's up. All right, so bug fixes that should be hitting tomorrow. Skids and knockout. So apparently that was a bug. So when they first changed the ability 11 to 10 seconds, that the stuff I was upset about last week, they actually changed ability 1 through 10 to 5 seconds, and that was not intended. So all through every level is supposed to be 10 seconds. So that's what that update is going to do. It also reduced the damage, and so that's going to be fixed. What I'm waiting to see though, and I don't know if anybody else has noticed it but me, when you use since they made that update to make knockout 10 seconds, one of the things that I've been seeing is that he does 10 seconds of damage, but he only has 5 seconds of visual. So I hope that's fixed, because it's kind of hard to get a gauge, especially if you try to combo off with fire or acid. It's kind of hard to see when the ability is actually over. So I want to. I posted a video. I posted a video a couple of times in Discord, so hopefully that gets fixed along with it. Robert C4 says, "I wonder when they will fix Growl." Man, listen, I don't know. I mean, it was broke like that when it first came out. I just figured it would have been a quick turnaround for it, but I don't know, man. Like, hope. I say hopefully soon. I know some people don't want that fix to come, but yeah, they probably should have did it sooner rather than later. All right, this actually frustrated me a bunch last week because Nightstick Fracas. So the problem they were having is that when you use the G1 cores for certain bots, Brawn and Full Tilt, Blades and Dirge, Top Spin and Terramander, pretty much all the bots that's like if they're throwing like a grenade or something like that, then Nightstick and Fracas wouldn't work. And so it kind of tripped me out because I think it was Friday. Yeah, it was Friday because it got left like that over the weekend. And basically, Dale was trying to adjust some of the settings for these combats. And what he did, he started adjusting the cooldowns to try to make it so that the grenades could still be thrown with these G1 cores. And it didn't work. And so Fracas and Full Tilt just kept creeping up and creeping up. They looked like they looked like a Singe or Pinpointer or something like that for a little bit. And so like bots were creeping up and got killed and stuff. And so like my first two battles last week at the event were using Fracas, and my bots died. Like they were pretty much insta killed because of it. And I just didn't even play the event last week. I just got so frustrated because I had just got off the live stream last week with knockout being changed, and I was like, man, I, this is probably the most frustrated I had been with the game in the entire time I've been playing. But made some adjustments with that, so that's gonna be good. And yeah, so everything good with that. And then Skyrain and Galvatronus, they're going to so they were getting too much of their invulnerability period. They were getting 15 seconds instead of 10, so that's going to be fixed. And Space Ape Stream, next one is going to be the 8th of June. So, and that's all for the news. All right, let's take a look in the chat, see who we got here. As usual, Lord Avix came in there, first one in the chat. Thanks for joining. He's getting ready to go. Get ready to go with me for the 4-star. So we'll see how we do this weekend. Hopefully, can pull up some of those shards and some of those total spark. Robert C4 has joined us again. Thanks for joining. Ninja Squirrel 30, and he says a video series proposal. We should do the most undervalued bots. You know what? Like honestly, man, that's a really good topic. I totally would be down to do that. So I might even talk about a couple of the night, just because it's like certain bots that I'm just like they're really really good. People that just don't catch on like that. So yeah, I could definitely do something like that. Like I already mentioned, my moderator and fellow content creator, Mercenary Terror, in there. My good playtest buddy, Venture Prime, in here. Alpha Trion 1. My friend Chris Harmon. Let's see, we got Cecilva STM. Thanks for joining. And let's see. Trying to scroll down, it's not letting me. We got Tony B in the chat as well. Matt Polly. My good friend Kosh is in there. And yeah, so we got a good little squad in here today. So let me go over to the battlefield, and I'm gonna go to my test account real quick, and let's take another look. Let's take another look at Scylla, because, and I want to talk about a little bit how testing went. The last time we talked about it, we were still in the early stages, and I didn't really get a chance to talk about everything. So we'll start off looking at stats. And so we already saw it in the newsletter, but I mean, this is like the highest health bot in the game. They decided to make it a warrior class bot. Originally it was going to be a special class bot, but dude, it was just way too weak, man. It was dying pretty easily. But I love the ability, and it's really like a two-part ability. I'd say it's like a hybrid in between like a Rodimus Unicronus Inferno type ability, without it actually doing ability damage. And it's like it's got like Megatron Optimus Prime type vibes to it too. So I'm gonna actually put a Vitality Core up there, see how high that takes it. That should take it over 50k. Granted, I probably wouldn't use a generic core like that in the game. So yeah, it's over 54. So we'll throw it into the team. Shoot, I'll throw Pterodactyl. And actually, no, I won't, because I'm already using that. And I'll use Catgut. Yeah, sorry, it's that time of day again, man. Like dog seeing everybody coming in the neighborhood. I'm just like, dude, like, I'm trying to concentrate, man. Like, go get them. bring him here so he can hang out and watch the stream. If he brings him back into the room, I'll actually show you my dog, man. It's like really small, really cute. But all right, so I got Scylla on the team. Let's check it out real quick because I think this thing is perfect for any kind of walk team, man. Because when you go do a normal damage boost, it's just a good thing in my opinion, man. Like in playtest, we were talking about possibly giving it an ability boost, uh, kind of like Rodimus Unicronus does. But I was like, man, no, it's already um, a command and control type bot. You're gonna have the bots follow you as a result of using that ability, and I think it's pretty good, man. So let's see if we can make that work. Now, of course, I'll get this base where usually I will have blot in here. So let's see what I got. I will try something like this. Actually, let me take a look. I think I'll lead off like this. I think I'll lead off with Acid Storm. Ooh, I got caught. All right. So a lot of times what I'll do in situations like that, yeah, he's definitely caught. That sucks. Yeah, that's not gonna work. All right, anyway, so we're gonna try using this ability, and the cool part about it is the team's gonna follow in a funnel like this one. That's not good because it's got to walk around the walls, but it's a couple of different ways you could actually go about it. For this style of base, I usually use block to kind of get up there to the top layer. But I was hoping it was something that was a little bit more closed off so I could show it against like a true front load. Just because I want to show it as a walk team type. I just want to show it as a walk team type bot. In that particular case, if I see that base in the war, I'm actually going to use block to try to pop some outposts. So it's kind of like a good point because it's just one of those situations where I would have lined my team up differently, but you can still actually get the job done with it. Let's see. So I got my good buddy Jetfire up here. Let's see what kind of design he got. I think his is. Oh, he switched his up. All right, so let's see. I think here I'm gonna try the same thing I was gonna try, knowing that I'm gonna get hacked. I imagine that's gonna be Computron here. Now it's gonna sit here and I'm gonna wait for that FFD to come down. And this will be a good chance to actually use this against the combiner. See how that goes. I gotta wait for it to do its hack first. Ah, the combiner not in there. Alright, so let's see what's in the outpost then. And really what I want to just look at is see how fast it gets through the cluster there. Huh. Yeah, that stun messed me up a little bit. Matt Polly says Jetfire is a buddy of mine, mess him up. Yeah, I like Jetfire, man. He's a cool dude. I talked to him quite a bit over the time I've been in playtest. I just want to give myself a little breathing room. I was like, man, and I just really like how quickly the bots were getting through with that beacon. Now the bot already died because I put them out front, and that's why I think it's really important that they get that really high health on the bot, because to be honest, you know, a bot like that can be a tough sell. And as always, I always struggle playing with the mouse instead of playing with the actual game in my hands, but I think I'm gonna be alright. And like I was showing last week, man, I've been having a lot of luck with that. I've been having a lot of luck with that Megatronus core on Impactor, just with them having such high damage, especially in places like this in the choke point when you really get held up. But and I ain't paid any attention to my combiner battle. I think I'm gonna time out. That's crazy. All right, I'm just gonna go on a base trial though, because I just really want to show Scylla just going in there, and that attack boost. It's actually really strong. So let's try. Actually, I went to a regular battle. Let's go into a base trial. And I'm just looking in chat. Robert C4 said that Reddit will be a toxic war zone. It can be, because you know Reddit, like people on Reddit really don't have any chill, man. Most of the time. Mercenary Terrorist says it's sad when you realize it's half the amount of YouTubers or TFEW YouTubers than they were 5 months ago. Yeah, that's a real thing, man. Like, and you know, I think one of the things is it's been a lot of retirements. Uh, with YouTube, it's always a possibility that some folks' channels don't grow at the rate they want to, so that's always a thing. But it's like, you know, anytime there's new content that comes out, like especially like a HQ level, there's always going to be some resistance to change a little bit too, and so that always drives a few players off. Yeah, and this it actually works pretty fast like this with Scylla. So like I wish I had the time to go for that 5-star, man. I think it's gonna be a really good bot. You know, but I said at a minimum I had to go do the 4-star. I had to do that because it's eventually it'll be a combiner piece, and I already had people asking me was asking me was the combiner ready yet, and we ain't started even testing it yet, man. Like usually when new content's coming out for the game, I find out about 2 or 3 weeks before you guys do. It's never really that far ahead like you would think it would be. Alpha Tryon 1 has a combo that you want me to try. I might have missed it in the chat, bro. What combo were you trying? Were you looking at? He was trying to see if he was talking about Rodimus Unicronus Inferno, if that stacks. I don't think it does, man. I can stick them in the squad for you. And yeah, Terry, your channel is awesome, man. Like your channel just grows no matter what. And I think it's just really because you just make really, really good content, bro. Like you always try to be bashful about it, but it's the truth. So if you guys hadn't seen Mercenary Terror stuff, go check it out, man. He makes some really, really fun content. All right, so let's see. But one thing is, everybody always asks the question about stuff stacking. But you know what I like to do sometimes is I actually like to just alternate stuff sometimes. So like if I got an ability like Rodimus Unicronus, dude, where's this dude at? Like I will actually, in some cases, just if it doesn't stack, I'll just alternate so that I don't have to keep burning too many ability points at one time. And I always forget to remind myself because I know that question's coming up every single time a new bot comes out with like that, and I never go do it on my own. I always wait till someone asks. All right, so Rod, But the good news is if you do use both of them together, because you can actually see this, obviously it works really fast. But your abilities with Rodimus Unicronus, they work well too. So you actually wind up getting a little bit of you can get an ability and a normal attack boost. So I don't think the normal attack will stack, but you're still getting a boost from the ability when you use Rod U. So obviously it works really well. You can see it cleared the whole bottom of that map, even with my bots getting hacked. I think it's worth looking into, to be honest. So let's look in the chat, see what everybody's saying about the new bot. Let's see. Matt Poley says it's been a lot of TFE in-game retirements also. It's been crazy to see so many strong players just get fed up and either quit or drop like 4 teams down the ladder just to chill. So yeah, man, and that's the thing, like me personally speaking, and I've had my struggles from time to time, depending on just depending on base design and stuff like that. I still got some pieces that I feel like would make me more comfortable in wars. But honestly, at the end of the day, I do think the level of difficulty overall is where it should be at. There has been some talk in playtest about potentially having the amount of healing, having it tweaked a little bit. I don't know if that's going to get any true traction, but I mean, honestly, it wouldn't hurt because what really pissed me off about the whole knockout thing is knockout, like I said last week, was made for damage, so knockout and skids, and then it's just like, oh, we need anti-heal and we need it to be longer. because the healing is so strong. And you know, I know for sure, like I was, Waza was talking about it, and he was like, man, we need to just take the healing down a hair. Now we don't want to make it too easy. Prime League hard mode, especially, it should be hard. But when you heal at that high of a rate, I mean, like essentially you're just making a 10-second acid ability so that you can stop Micronus 2 times. And I think that's kind of short sighted to change an entire bot just for that instead of just changing the actual power core. Lord Apex says he's read Texas bio on the bot, and Tex gives it a big thumbs up. I mean, the and it's a thumbs up for me too, man. This is a bot that you can use regardless of team build. Honestly, if you're using, because most of us do walk teams and stuff anyway. Let's see. Yeah, Chris Harmon says he worries that it's not a war bot. Hey, look, man. I think that I think it suits every play style. To be honest, I think that I think that sometimes, man, people just really gotta test stuff out. Like, if you mean, and you got a chance to use the bot a little bit in play test, um, I think it really benefits you to just try stuff, man. Because, like, one person saying that it's not a war bot for them doesn't mean it's not going to be a war bot for you. Doesn't mean it's not going to be a war bot for the next person in the game. So, but I find it hard, and I think a lot of times when it comes to new content, especially with high level, top level players and stuff like that, I think what happens a lot of times is like, hey, look, if I don't have to change a bot on my team, one of the bots I spent all the time building up, I spent all the time giving them ability 11, using all my spark on it. If I don't have to let that bot go, if I don't have to just take him off of my team because of the meta, then why would you? So if you say it's not a war bot from that sense, then yeah, I get it. Like, you got bots that you spent a lot of time on that you don't want to remove from your team. Like, I hate removing bots from my team. I removed Blast Off a couple months ago, month or two ago, and I was like, man, it sucked. That's the only one I think I got it like at Sergeant, and now he's off the team because he's not one shot at anything, stuff like that. And it's an interesting dynamic to making a team. And I was like, a lot of people will probably think that I'm being a smartass sometimes, but I was like, look, man, I was like, try it. Have you tried it? I can tell you what I think all day long, but with certain stuff, I'm just like, nah, man, like, you're gonna have to try this yourself to decide if you like it or not. Man, where the hell is the build bot? Hey, yo, my boy Just Elite just joined into the chat. Thanks for joining, bro. And that's another one of my content creator friends, even though I don't think he do Transformers Earth Wars no more. But I still go in there and watch his videos because he be talking about cars and stuff, bro. That jump be lit. Yeah, Alpha Trion One actually say he like a lot of my views and stuff. Is like, man, like, honestly, when you looking at like a lot of the views that Tex and Waza have, I actually got a lot of Texas same views. I just don't. Like it's certain stuff that I was like with Scavenger and stuff like that, because I know he's real big on Rust Dust. Like I actually just don't like using Scavenger at all. I just don't, man. I actually get mad every time I see him on my screen. But it's some stuff. It's a lot of times when we actually sit down and have a conversation together that I was like, man, like I really, I really like some of the ideas he comes out with. I'm in all of his training rooms, so we usually agree more than that. But it's sometimes with certain things, I'm just like, nah, man. Some stuff I just double down on. I'm like, I'm gonna have to play this one my way. But obviously, both of us play really well. Tex at a little bit higher level than myself, and Waza a little bit higher level than myself, and those guys win. So, I mean, I win, but I say, I'm not playing. I'm not playing top teams every single day like that. All right, so it's a combo I wanted to look at. So let's see. Let me take Rodimus Unicronus out. And so it's two bots and bats 12 that actually really pair well together. And like, and this is actually a good segue. This is actually a Texas Hammer idea from what I was told. I probably missed it. He probably caught me at a time when I was busy when he was talking about it. But if you go use Terramander, I believe was on the Autobot side, that's top spin. Yeah. And then if you use him with Slipstream, man, that's really, really nasty. So let's take a look at that. Trap joined the chat, and as always, talking trash. You said you mean we gotta try stuff? Yeah, we all gotta try stuff, bro. Because it's just like, and like I love helping people. Don't get it twisted, right? But I mean, like once a day, I'll just have folks come up there and they just open up a power core. They don't have a clue what it does, and it's just like, hey man, is this any good? Where should I put this? And I was like, dude, like, did you read the tool tip? Did you do like anything? So I always like to try to help myself first before I go asking too many opinions about stuff. That's all I'm saying. All right, so Slipstream. And the key that makes it work here is range, because people love good range abilities. And with Slipstream, that's the one bot I want out of this Batch 12. That's really the only one that I want. And that one actually didn't take down the shock tower because of the didn't take down the shock tower because of it was shielded. But like, look at that, bro. Like that's tough. And the thing is like, cause I know a lot of people I talk to about Slipstream, and it's like, why is this so good? In my opinion, and they were saying that a lot of the problems that she's squishy, but she's got really high damage. I keep telling everybody, man, like I keep all my squishy air class bots. I keep them on the battlefield with Singe Quinces, and they almost never die. Um, so yeah, this combo, because of the ranges of the abilities, is really, really nice. Robert C4 says I use Skyhawk as Slipstream. Yeah, no, I mean, and that's actually been the comparison. People start talking about. A lot of people use Skyhawk, and then you get the ice, the little slowdown, so that works. Lord Avic says, "Go Singe, go." Let's see. Now, Mercenary Terrier says that was not directed at you at all. You know what? Because every time you ask me something, you're asking me about a pairing. It's a difference between like saying, "Hey, how does this bot perform with this core?" and like a actual like in a visual setting. Like I just see people to go up there, they'll open up like a power core and be like, "What do I do with this?" And I mean, like, what you mean? Like, power core's been out for like 3 months. Like, what do you mean? What you do with it? So this is actually a good example of something I would use this on, because what I would like to do is take out on a front-loaded base, and granted, this base isn't overly powerful, but you can use that combo and clear out big chunks of base in like no time. And though I got so yeah, I'm really feeling that combo right now, and I definitely don't want to pull Terramander out of that batch. Um, but if I do, and knowing that I want Slipstream, at least I know what to do. If I do make that pull, I can I can cause some chaos for those front loaded bases. That'd be really cool. Man, that's just really, really effective, man. Like, and they were saying like Tex talked about this months ago, man. I missed that shit because this is just really, really good, man. And you can even pick on a really weak target and just destroy everything else around it, especially now that they get this 5-star. Bro, that's really awesome. So yeah, that's definitely something that we'll use in game. And now everybody, like, see, all my followers, all my subscribers actually like Quincy Singe. Chris Harmon asked us, says that I had the best combo with the Quincy Singe on any flyer. I mean, so here's the thing, man. I like to use them on the support ones, because if I got a flyer that I actually want to do direct damage with, then I go use a damage core. So I'll go use like an enhanced ordnance. So I'll go use like for blast off, I'll use like a G1 core or something like that in most reasonable cases. But when I got a bot that I'm not depending on for damage, I'll go use for ability damage, as I say. If I'm not using this ability for damage, I'll throw that Quincy Singe on them in a heartbeat and just let them walk. Just Elite asked if he missed anything major. So now, man, you just missed my rant last week about you missed my rant last week about the change to knockout and how I thought the game was going in the toilet. But I don't know, it's a little bit of promise now, because I tell you what, let's talk about that. I think that Dale approached the playtest team today, and he was looking at trying to add in some new war effects, because as many of you know, Dale is now he's dibbling and dabbling in some of the developer stuff, right? And at first I was pissed, because I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like that, like I told you what happened with the Fracus thing last week, and my bots today quit Fracus and kept getting killed, and I was like, man, like I was mad at first. I was like, man, this dude don't know what he's doing. He left the bot like this all weekend. I'm probably gonna leave this game for good, man. Like, that's what I was thinking. And then he got in there and he actually just said, "Hey, man, we're gonna get this straight. I'm just trying to test this out." And we got it. We're getting it back to where Fracus needs to be. But he asked us today. He wants to try to go make some war effects changes. And I was like, and I'm gonna be honest with you. When he first said it, I was pissed about that too, because I was like, man, like everybody's saying the game too hard. You can put in war effects changes, but it appears that we might get some good stuff on the offensive side too in the next group of war effects. It won't be all defensive focused if it goes the way that Dale's trying to get it to go. So he's going to try some stuff. It's more of a long-term project, he was saying. So I think that just be on the lookout, man, particularly in regards to trying to make the elements, each of the different elements, instead of just everybody just using acid. I think the goal is going to be to try to make the elements a little bit more balanced. And that's a good thing, man. Like, I want to have flexibility to use a bunch of different bots. So, hey, Just Elite said you gotta watch my live stream because I was so pissed. Everybody knows, man. Everybody know me, man. I don't get pissed very often. You know, the worst thing that I ever get pissed about is right now because we doing event moves. You know what I really hate about moving for events, bro? I hate watching doors and getting a bunch of "I'm knocking" messages, bro. Like I can't stand it because I was like, you dude, it's event movement day. Everybody knows that people are going to be coming and going. So you've been sitting around waiting for guys to join the alliance. You're not doing war and everything. It's been like 10, 11, 12 hours. And then all of a sudden, at like 3 a.m., you get a message, "I'm knocking. Let me in." Oh my God. Like, nah, man. I was just like, bro, like, but usually I let everybody in really quickly. Like, I probably got a couple of "I'm knocking" messages right now while I'm on a live stream. Trap on the stream here too, talking trash, but he could be opening the door for these dudes. I should have put Lord Avix in there. Not Lord Avix seemed like he can multitask. Hey, Trap calling me out. He's like, "Bro, you gonna get pissed?" I don't get like, I don't get like stupid pissed. I just be like, I just like talking trash, man. So sometimes I just be saying some stuff and it actually be funny. Hey, yo, Trap. Trap say people be like, "Is this group gonna finish the event?" Let's see. Lord Avix says he likes Terramander and Scully with the ability 11. It really clears the line. I have to try that one. I'm not a Skull Smasher fan. Anybody that's like talk with me and some of them like my non family related line chats. Man, I can't stand that Joker, bro. Like I hate Skull Smasher, bro. Like I just, and the thing is because I hate a bots that can that have really spammy abilities. And like even though they might be really, really good, so it's times that I'll just sit up there and have a bot. Like I'm having a really hard time leveling Octo Punch, man. Like because I just don't wanna encourage myself to just go spam like a lot of people do with Octo Punch and Skull Smasher, but I actually I talk about it all the time. So when Trap make fun of me saying like, "Hey man, I don't get pissed," I actually do get kind of pissed about that. Hey, Lord Evix is like, "Yeah, Freezy said the F word last week." Hey man, I did, and I thought about it afterwards, and I was like, "Man, the apes gonna come on this joint. The apes gonna come on this joint and be like, hey, Freeze, we don't want people to talk about the Space Ape family joint." Now they ain't say nothing. Yo, y'all wild in the chat, bro. But that's what I say, yeah, man. I was like last week, I was like, I don't give a F, you know what I'm saying? And like low key, I don't. I was just like, man, I just thought that the way they went about that was wrong. It be like that sometimes. uh Hey, Jet Prime is in the chat now, and he said that the stuff that Dale is talking about sounds amazing. Maybe him as a designer is what TFEW really needs. You know, I was skeptical at first. I'm not going front. But after hearing this idea, bro, like I'm gonna be honest with you. After all the stuff with Knockout and all that stuff, bro, I legit haven't even talked to that much and playtest in probably about the better half of like 2 weeks, man. So this is the first time I was like actually engaged today in like a legitimate conversation about something that I thought could make the game better. So to your point, I think it could work out really, really well. Um, if we take our time and do things correctly and work together as a team, as playtester and developer. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, Chris asked that I know D787. Yeah, right now he's away for the event, but yeah, he's in my alliance. I didn't know y'all used to play together. That's pretty cool. Matt Poley says I'll take I'm knocking over players taking 2 days to turn up. I mean, that's true too. It's usually for me. It's usually the players that took forever to get into the alliance. They're usually the ones just standing around saying I'm knocking. I don't know, man. Like it's a small pet peeve, but it's just a pet peeve of mine. I was like, dude, I know that people are gonna knock. Like sometimes I see people and it hasn't even registered yet. Like I can't even see that they were trying to get into the alliance. It's like less than a minute. Venture Prime is like new series when Freezy is his best Freezy is flipping tripping show. But no, I mean I was justified, man. And it's like when you love the game, like you said, I'm passionate about the game. When you actually love the game like that, it's just something. It's just something about seeing stuff change like that. I want to actually take a look at something here in a minute because I'm just sitting here playing. I'm really just having a real chill stream when I chop it up with you guys. But when you look at the bots that get changed, like, and the thing is, we always rush for new content, for particularly with 5 stars. Everybody's like, I got shards and stuff like that. Man, listen, I wish I can go up there and say one day I got like 40K worth of shards. I'm always switching around to try to get some new bot that'll help me in the meta. But now I'm starting to get to that point where, depending on how these batch pools go, I'll probably actually be ahead for the next 5-star batch whenever that is. I just hate to see stuff get changed, like right as the 5-star batch comes out, because it's almost like you get the exclusivity of having a really powerful bot if you go get it out the endurance event, and then when you wait for it and wait for it and wait for it, and it's gonna change like right before it's time for it to release to the general public that didn't pay for the event. And I think that's messed up. And a lot of times I'll actually tell the apes, it's like, hey man, this is how the player base is going to see you guys. I'm not accusing you guys of anything, but the player community is certainly going to see it this way. And they're going to be, in a lot of kind of times, they're going to be a lot more pissed than I am about it. So. Let's see. Hey yo, Travis is going down a list of everything I get pissed about. He said, so I got this thing. So I guess I got a couple of little quirks that get on my nerves, but like one of them is when people are talking about zones, and instead of saying like zone 14 or 15, they'll just be like, yeah, I was in the 19K zone or whatever. I'd be like, dude, what the heck are you talking about? Then because I'll go back and I'll look and I'll say, well, which one is that? And I know which one it is, but I just like I like to make people work as hard as they make me work. Hey, look, I'm just looking up there right now. It's you can't see it because it's too much light, but it's a I'm knocking message right now. Nah, they gonna have to wait. It certainly was an I'm knocking message just came through. No, hey Trap, let them in, bro. uh, and my blue stacks got stuck. And let's try it again. Oh, I guess right here. Uh, yo, it's hilarious though, man. I'd be like, yo, why the hell are these dudes asking, calling the zone by the number? Yeah, man. But to your point, Jet Prime, I'm actually excited too. I'm actually excited too to see the new designers. I think we're gonna start getting fresh ideas. And the thing is, I really like working with Fabian. I really did. I thought he was great. Like he was like my favorite eight. But at some point in time, we gotta just start getting new ideas, and that's cool. Trap actually let the dude in. That's what's up. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, we only got one officer right now because we in event configuration. We usually do it like that. There's a couple of guys I could pull from in there to do officer stuff, but everybody live like in the same time zone and stuff like that. So I was trying to find somebody to live like in the other side of the world for when I go to sleep and people start telling me I'm knocking. But he said they were there for 3 seconds. And he just elite said he gonna wait till he can rush to HQ4 so he can leave me a I'm knocking message. Like at this point, like I know you guys are just trolling me a little bit by that point, but nice try though. It works, man. I'm just looking around at all the different bots, man. Like the last couple of batches, I'm actually just gonna go to the batches. I'm actually gonna start looking through some of the batches because it's like, man, I'm just looking at bots that get changed when they come to the bat. So, and obviously in this batch we got knockout, and I was just like, damn, bro, like why they changed my boy like that? Then you look at the batch before that, man, and this is what I was irritated with because it's always something like that. So before that, Acid Storm had to change, Quellagon had to change, even though they said that was a mistake. And that was a mistake that he was doing too much damage. And I'm like, all right, cool, change something that's not doing the damage that it's supposed to be doing. Acid Storm, I understand why Acid Storm had to change because they were getting ready to do the acid fire and metal stuff. But hey, man, look at that, bro. Like, I know I could have never imagined a couple of months ago just leaving Runabout in there, but I left him in that batch, bro. Especially now, I'm kind of glad that it worked out that way because of the range on that flare mine. Yeah, bro, I'm good. Trap told me to showcase Blitz. Showcase Blitzwing. Man, I don't know how to use that bot like you know how to use that bot. You showcase Blitzwing. Bro, remember when they tried to change SG Thundercracker like right there in the middle of the event? Like the event had just started? That's all I'm saying. I just it's just been a pattern, man, of just doing stuff like that. And I don't like it. And I was like, most of the time part of being a content creator is talking with you guys. Um, and honestly, man, trying to stand up for what I feel like is going to be right for the community as a whole. So that's what I said. That's how I felt about it. But all right, man, I'm gonna get out of here. Go ahead and get me some food. Chill for the rest of the evening. But yeah, man, I know we were talking earlier about that series about undervalued bots. I think I might actually try to do that. So I might try to start that next week, to be honest. But Anyway, I will see you guys next time, and I will see all of you on the battlefield. Uh, Happy endurance event. Hope you guys get the pulls you want. Freezy is out.